Government exists to protect us from each other. Where government has gone beyond its limits is in deciding to protect us from ourselves. If we ever forget that we're one nation under God, then we will be one nation gone under. The greatest leader is not necessarily the one who does the greatest things. He is the one that gets the people to do the greatest things. I've noticed that everyone who is for abortion has already been born. Within the covers of the Bible are the answers for all the problems men face. I have left orders to be awakened at any time during national emergency, even if I'm in a cabinet meeting. As government expands, liberty contracts. There is no limit to the amount of good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit. The most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government, and I'm here to help." Live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, leave the rest to God. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin. Republicans believe every day is the 4th of July, but the Democrats believe every day is April 15th. You can tell a lot about a fellow's character by his way of eating jelly beans. We don't have $1 trillion debt because we haven't taxed enough. We have $1 trillion debt because we spend too much. I know in my heart that man is good, that what is right will always eventually triumph, and there is purpose and worth to each and every life. We must reject the idea that every time a law is broken, society is guilty rather than the lawbreaker. It is time to restore the American precept that each individual is accountable for his actions. Government's view of the economy could be summed up in a few short phrases. If it moves, tax it. If it keeps moving, regulate it. And if it stops moving, subsidize it. Heroes may not be braver than anyone else. They're just braver 5 minutes longer. Politics is not a bad profession. If you succeed, there are many rewards. If you disgrace yourself, you can always write a book. I've heard that hard work never killed anyone, but I say, why take the chance? Some people spend an entire lifetime wondering if they made a difference in the world. But the Marines don't have that problem. Recession is when your neighbor loses his job. Depression is when you lose yours. And recovery is when Jimmy Carter loses his. Freedom prospers when religion is vibrant and the rule of law under God is acknowledged. We will always remember. We will always be proud. We will always be prepared, so we will always be free. It has been said that politics is the second oldest profession. I have learned that it bears a striking resemblance to the first. Government is not a solution to our problem. Government is the problem. It isn't so much that liberals are ignorant. It's just that they know so many things that aren't so. The federal government did not create the states created the federal government. Our natural, inalienable rights are now considered to be a dispensation from government, and freedom has never been so fragile, so close to slipping from our grasp, as it is at this moment.